So, last we left off, the drama continued. Everyone's upset with each other and it's all good, and you guys continued northwards. And there's some serious salt going on between pretty much everyone. And the salt continued right up until the random encounter. As you continued north, things got more and more snowy and cold. You ended up finding a shrine that said in Sylvan, "Oh, glory be unto she, the Lady of Winter." And there's a handful of fairy-sized offerings at the shrine, including like a little blue like beehive wig.
Is that the type of wig it is? It's
yes,
like
it is.
Marie Antoinette-esque.
Yeah.
You mean it's Marge Simpson?
I was going to
Simpson
say
wig.
Fairy-sized Marge Simpson wig.
The point is, it's a very interesting wig, and it's blue and it's pixie-sized. So there's also a lute and tiny sundial, and maybe more things. But that's where we left off.
I think the last thing that was said that session was Hawk asking Lish what this was.
Yep.
Can I look around and try and see if there is any sign of maybe the pixies that made this shrine?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, that's not great. That's 16.
There is no sign at all.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, how close are we to this thing now? Kind of.
I mean, you're right up on it. You're close enough to be able to read it.
When we got closer, did the candle going out seem to just be from the wind, or did there seem to be a potentially like other source of it blowing out?
It seemed to be from the wind.
Can I do like a circle around it and kind of look around at the ground and at the shrine itself and see if there are any signs of other worshippers? Any signs of other?
Roll an investigation check.
Sorry, give me 1 second. This stupid thing logged me out. Son of a gun.
That's how it goes.
That's how it be going. This is gonna be faster. Nice. Investigation, that's 18.
18, there is no sign of anyone.
Not even tiny little feet.
It just seems to be a small shrine. You guys seem to have only been the only ones to have seen this in a while, despite the lit candle.
Right, the lit candle. Well, it doesn't necessarily rule out flying creatures, I suppose, but
Ow. I was just bitten. Anyway.
Lish is like looking at it very thoughtfully, and he kind of pulls the pixies from his hair and lets them walk down onto the shrine to do their own little mini investigation of the tiny pixie-sized things.
All right.
I don't know if they should roll an investigation or something.
They seem more interested in the little objects that are there. A couple of them start trying to hash out who gets to keep the wig.
Pixie fight. Pixie fight.
Bright Mellow, meanwhile, is
Whip,
ignoring the other two and is sitting down with the little lute.
Stealing from an altar, pixie fight.
Lish kind of looks at them like carefully, like gets a little bit down on their level. Just like, I don't know if you'll be able to keep those. And the pixies are just like, eh. But he'll read the inscription again and just kind of think for a while.
And for those of you that don't speak Sylvan, you don't know what the inscription says.
So is it only Demir and Hawk then that would be able to understand it?
Yeah. But if someone asks,
Demir is going to like kind of come up behind Lish and like sniff down at the temple, like, or at the little shrine, like, who is the Lady of Winter?
It's a shrine to you. That would be really funny.
That would be fucking hilarious.
That would be so good. A surprise. You've got a cult.
Not at this stage.
a cult is the last thing Demir needs, I feel. She doesn't need more ammo to
She
send
already has
against
a
us.
cult of one, so.
More of a fan club, really.
If it's a fan club of one, that you can just say stalker. It's okay.
Who says Levy's not in the fan club?
I
Hey, I could see a fan club considering last session because every fan club needs its share of hate mail, right?
Demir writing her own hate mail.
Hawk trying to write a compliment, but it comes out as an insult.
Oh no. Lish is going to kind of sit up a little bit more and kind of run his finger along the inscription and read it out in common for those who can't otherwise understand it. Just be like, this is a shrine to the Lady of Winter. Our great mistress of frost herself, Lady Auril.
Can I roll to like suss out how Lish is actually feeling about that? Like, is he being like belligerent over here?
Roll an insight check.
Fuck it.
Can I roll one as well?
Mm-hmm.
Cue everybody
doing it.
squinting at Lish.
I don't remember if
come
Hawk
on,
knows the
Levy.
details, so I'm gonna act like he doesn't.
It's a total of 5.
You know everything.
14 here.
So, Levy, Lish looks fine to you. Like, he's maybe a little miffed, but like, God knows that's probably all the bullshit that's been going on in inter-party dynamics.
Yeah.
21.
Nice.
For once,
Am I-
Harold shuts
am I
up and
rolling
Eirran can
against
pay
this,
attention.
or- DM, am I rolling against this? Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a deception
Hello.
check or a persuasion check. How you wish
Hope I roll bad.
right now.
I did.
One.
Hooray. It's an 8. So sorry, Levy, it doesn't beat yours, but
So Lish, you can tell Hawk how your vibes are.
how do you really feel?
Eirran too, because he did roll like a 20-something.
Tobias
Yeah,
rolled a
it's a
13.
21.
Ooh.
Yeah,
There we
I mean,
Everyone
I
but
honestly-
Levy's in on the mix.
I honestly feel like he's like being pretty like stiff, like he's clearly kind of like pulled in as far as his thoughts are going, like he's clearly thinking a lot, but like he's not then opening his mouth. So there's clearly something more to this lady Auril than is apparent right away. But he's not like lying about who this shrine is to or anything, so
Well, on that
Lish,
note, since Levy seems oblivious, hang on, I'm so sorry. There's like a thing that the GM wants you to do here.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to get it out of the way.
I
Levy's
fulfill
just gonna
requests.
go, huh?
Don't throw me under the bus like this.
Listen, do the crime, you do the time. Levy's gonna kind of tune out of the conversation, and in the meantime, she's gonna root around in the snow looking for more neat little trinkets to see.
Okay.
If there's anything else to be found.
Roll
Love
an
her.
investigation check.
Yeet. That's 15.
15. At the base of the shrine, you find the first thing that you find seems to be a journal of some sort.
Levy's favorite.
There are pages sticking out of it, and it looks like it's been buried in the snow at the base of the shrine for a while. It's given the depth. You're also able to find a necklace with 3 interlocking rings on it. And you're able to find some snowdrops underneath the blanket of snow that seem oddly untouched by the cold.
Cool. She's gonna tuck the journal away.
Do I see her do this?
I mean, she's not trying to hide it.
Yeah, if I see her take something from the shrine, Lish is gonna be just like, I don't know if I would take that. What does it say?
She'll flip it open and kind of look through.
Lish will kind of stand from the half crouch that he was doing and kind of come over and look over her shoulder a bit.
I'd like you both to make just a general intelligence check.
Okay.
Yeah, 18.
$16.
Yeah, you can both tell that there is something of a mix of languages in it. There is it's a mix of Sylvan and Primordial.
I know this.
And Levy, you're sort of able to tell, just examining it, looking at it, flipping through the pages. This might be a rough draft of someone trying to write a book.
Can I make out any of the parts in Sylvan?
It's difficult to tell right now. You'd probably have to sit down with it and spend some time with it to examine it.
I was going to ask before, does the name Arl ring any bells?
Roll a religion check.
I'm curious if
Um,
anybody else in the party has heard of her too.
That's a 16.
16. You cut out a bit, so I'm trying to clarify.
Yeah,
6 or
16.
16?
16.
16. Okay. So she is also known as the cold goddess, the frost maiden, ice dawn, the frost sprite queen, and the goddess of winter. She is seen as, how am I supposed to describe it? Vain, and primarily worshipped out of fear, often by frost giants. She has her own goals as goddesses do, but her type of winter is more associated with killing plants and animals, freezing, people going hungry from a lack of resources, being unable to keep a fire going, frostbite, all that fun stuff.
The scary part of winter.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious, not to make everybody else roll, but I'm curious if anybody else would know anything about this goddess. It's a no for Eirran.
Okay. For me at least, I'll let Mackenzie go first. Actually, she just unmuted.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't think Tobias would know much information about like, because he doesn't know much about the Feywild to begin with and stuff, and I don't think he knows much about gods and things like that because he never worshipped those kinds of things.
Mhm.
So
Well-
to me personally, it doesn't make sense that he would know
Yeah.
information.
She's-
I could try to watch it.
She's not a fae. She is a goddess. Lish would know that under her gaze, often there are things such as water elementals, ice elementals, undead, winter wolves, frost giants, winter hags, and various of the more cruel creatures that live towards the north.
Wait a minute. Hold up. You said that the inscription was addressed to a fairy queen, right?
No, the description says, "Oh, glory be unto she, the lady of winter."
Okay. All right. Just checking. Hawk's probably in pretty much the same boat as Tobias. He never really learned about the gods and not the Feywild either, for that matter. Hence why he doesn't know shit and had to have Lish and Demir help him a little bit on the way over to the lycanthropic encampment.
Is she the one that did this to you?
Lish kind of cocks his head over where he'd been looking over Levy's shoulder and furrows his brows a little bit uncertainly. Not directly, but perhaps.
Do we, any of us, have reason to be worried around here?
I wouldn't be easy. This might be what I've been looking for. Comes back around to the front of the shrine. He's gonna look at the group a little bit uncertainly, like, I'm not certain if everyone should stand very close to the shrine.
Tobias is going to move away from the shrine at that. Like he'll
Yeah.
stand.
Hawk was sort of closely
A few feet
inspecting
away.
without. Yeah, sorry. Hawk was sort of closely inspecting without touching anything. So once Slish says that he is going to back away, probably group up with the rest.
The pixies very glumly
Yeah,
leave
so-
the things behind and return to your care.
I think Lish will let the pixies stay there with the things as he does what he's gonna do.
Levy's gonna back up, but she's keeping an eye out. She still has the things that she found. Fuck it.
Demir is not going to back up. She's going to walk over to Lish's side and mimic what he does.
Lish will kind of reach out and kind of hold her arm a little, like, I think you should probably pack up too. I don't want you to get hurt if anything happens.
She's just kind of going to look at him and be like, I told you I would help.
Okay, well, if you could just don't, if I do reach her with this, please don't say anything. And he kind of looks at the rest of you too a little bit, like.
I should note that Levy just has like a spell already just in case shit goes sideways so she can react.
I still remember the Dryad and what you did. I'm not making the same mistake twice.
Ugh. It looks like it's physically painful for Demir, but she's like, fine.
Let me look if I have anything in my inventory right now. God, I don't want to do this, but he's taken out one of the bottles of Everwine that he's got, the fancy elvish wine that Demir got for him, and he's going to set it down on the shrine, kind of pushing the little pixie items back a little bit. And he's gonna close his eyes and he's gonna say a little prayer and see if he can't get Auril's attention.
What do you say in this prayer?
It goes a little something like this. I have been seeking a shrine or a temple to your glory for some weeks now. And he's like saying this pretty softly, but everybody can probably hear. Looking for answers. looking to speak with you. If you've ever cared for me or my people, I would very much like an audience with you. An explanation, perhaps. Because even if it was not you who did this, it was your champion who did. He'll just let it sit on that.
All right.
A praise and an accusation.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I, I'm going to use my wand of flowers to summon some snowdrops and put them around and on the shrine as well. And I'm hoping I can give him advantage.
Does that give
There are
advantage?
already snowdrops around the shrine, but then it'll take more than that to get advantage from a goddess.
Yeah. I tried.
I'm gonna pull out my good dice because I really want this to be good. Give me one.
Demir just like, flowers always work, right?
Would Levy actually casting like dancing lights around it to make it all pretty and shit help at all?
Fancy die.
She's a goddess. Those are cantrips, my dudes.
She just fuck it, she's still gonna try because flattery. Might as well. And she's going to make an effort to make them like icy blue.
That was a 18 on the die, and I have a +6 to persuasion. So that is 18 + 6 is 24.
The wind picks up a bit, but you hear no verbal reply. As the wind picks up, you can feel the cold despite your magic item.
My
that you're
booties.
Yeah. Despite your booties.
Despite my winter Crocs.
Yes.
You're what?
You can
little dog
feel
booties.
the cold like biting into you a bit, and it is uncomfortable.
Yeah, he'll kind of shudder a little bit at that and take like a partial step back as if he's like catching himself a little bit at this, a little surprised, but he really shouldn't have been surprised. You're not going to come down and talk to me after all we've been through together. Kind of seems to grit his teeth a little bit. Contemplates. I mean you no disrespect when I say that what you've done goes against the natural order of things. And it's not something that should have been meddled with. If you did have something to do with it, we believe there will be grave consequences.
Are you threatening the goddess of winter?
And that may sound like a threat, but it is not. For while you love to tip the balance towards us, I think you may have stepped on the scale. Whether or not that was your design or Fiola's, I don't know.
You hear what sounds like in the wind close to your ear, a cold, ruthless chuckle, and then the wind dies down and the boots are protecting you again.
Just seems to grit his teeth some more, like he's holding back some harsher words. Fine. I'll do it myself. He's going to take the bottle of wine back, and he's taking the little tiny pixie things and he's giving them to all the little pixies.
All right. So I'm just gonna see who gets what. Okay. Gree gets the little wig. Bright Mellow's keeping the loot.
He's only got like 2 little hooky fingers, so it's like really cute to see him pluck at the strings.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little what's the piano that plucks? It's Avery, you should know this. What's the previous piano style that plucked to the strings instead of
The harpsichord?
a little harpsichord man?
What are the rest of you doing?
I've just been watching this display silently.
Levy's doing her compulsive note-taking thing.
I would say Tobias has also been watching silently, kind of just nervously glancing around the woods, especially when the wind picks up. Because while he may not understand, anything coming from the wind, it's still like visually seeing the wind start to grow a little more harsh, and he's like, is he talking? Is he not? Do we need to be worried? That sort of deal.
Lish kind of turns, putting the bottle of wine back on like his belt or wherever he was keeping it. Just like, what kind of a goddess would forsake her own worshippers? Not just all of the goody two-shoes in the Feywild that are getting harmed by what she's doing, or by what she's approving of Fiola doing. Going to hurt more people in the long run.
She sounds foolish then.
She has ambition.
Ambition doesn't mean much if you have no people to help you execute it, does it?
She has followers. She has many, many, many followers. Some of whom were in my own court. hard to escape in the depths of winter.
You mentioned that having a hand in what she did and assuming what that act was. You said that it went against the natural order of things. What
Yes.
does that mean exactly?
The Feywild and the realms of the gods may have their parallels, but they are not the same things. The Fey courts should be left to rule their own kind, their own people. Gods may meddle as they do on the prime material plane, but they should not go around deposing kings.
Maybe he's gonna tip her head to the side.
Such as you.
Like she's curious, but she's also just like
Levy, you're smart enough to not need to ask.
I
You
suppose
were
that's
ousted
fair.
from your own. Oh, sorry.
no.
Ignore Tobias.
You're good. She says,
Yes, but I don't like to assume.
Well, I'm not what I was.
Nothing's permanent.
What? Sorry.
he literally just she just like kind of looks down at the ground and then looks up at him and says with like this kind of almost childlike conviction, like,
Nothing's permanent.
No. And perhaps at the end of this journey, you may be able to help me and see me at my true glory. Or not. Kind of swallows a bit at that. And just kind of says, the Fae choose their own rulers, or at least they fight for them properly. You need
Eirran's
kind of character on the throne.
Eirran's going to step towards Lish at that and say, if you're not there, if there's a leadership position that is going unfilled, is that why the Fae have been moving back? Is there some sort of conflict to fill your spot?
No, I do think that it is currently occupied. And he says that with just the thinnest and chilliest of voices.
Dripping with contempt.
Levy's also going to wrinkle her nose, like she finds that distasteful. That it's not Lich on that particular throne. She's a little biased.
And we'll nod at that.
I think
Well,
sending the Fae home is potentially what's in this forest.
Lish, is that tuning fork? You seem so eager to return home, and for the longest time I thought it was out of selfish reasons, but is this why? Is this why you need to go back?
Well, of course.
Huck sort of like looks down a bit. Like he looks a little almost shameful. And then he looks back up and he's like, I'm sorry then.
Well, the infinite magical power doesn't hurt either. But I would have been that regardless of my place in the courts.
Right. I suppose even the dryad back there, I'm almost afraid to say her name out of fear of what might happen. I guess even she had power the likes of which we couldn't contest.
Only within her circle.
Mhm.
No, but I have made promises to people here and to people there. And I cannot keep those promises if I'm like this.
Which is why it's so urgent that you return, yes?
Indeed. While Fiola sits on my throne, well, you don't know Fiola, but I can tell you that it does not suit the environment.
You haven't painted the most benevolent picture of her, no.
I never really thought of her particularly as the ruling kind, as much as she tried to convince me otherwise.
It sounds dangerous, though. Especially right now.
She is a champion of Aru. And if you don't know who Aru is, that little gust of icy wind should have probably given you a clue as to who we're dealing with.
Then as urgent as this is, I think it would still be wiser to wait.
I can't go anywhere anyways.
Right.
Come all this way. He kind of laughs at that.
Well, if you don't know the way forward, then perhaps walking forward is the best way. Maybe that came out weird, but what I'm trying to say is that perhaps the answers are still ahead. But right now, I think that helping our friend, and he turns towards Eirran, is a little more pressing.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Aaron's going to turn, specifically to Lish and just make direct eye contact with him. And say, when I've ordered my shit, I know I'm definitely no match for probably anyone you're dealing with. But if you need people fighting for you to reclaim your throne, I will be one of those. You can count on that.
I never thought that ousting a goddess's champion from a Feywild court would be something I would do in my lifetime, but here we are.
Well, my dears, we do have a very, very, very long way to go before I am able to even get us between planes. But he pulls the tuning fork out and he says, some of you didn't understand why I was so excited about this. But I hope it gives you more clarity that every little thing that can help me He just kind of tucks it away again.
Levy's going to actually step forward and say, you can count on me too. I don't know if I'll end up being terribly much help, but I don't like bullies.
Lisha's gonna look at Demir and kind of gauge what her reaction to this has been.
She's been actually like still kind of looking at the shrine. When Lish was like doing his prayer, she had kind of closed her eyes, and while they're talking, she's just been keeping her eyes on the shrine, not looking at anyone. And when he looks at her, she like specifically turns her head, like turns the other way to look at the group, to avoid meeting his gaze, and just kind of like, are we going then?
Looks over at Eirran.
Eirran will, see that and be like, and nod and say, I believe so.
Lish will hang back a little bit as we go, and he'll pop a little bit of money, pop some gold out of his purse and lay it on the shrine, and just kind of whisper, just lowly, just like, don't think too unkindly of me, goddess. We all have our own paths. He'll follow the rest.
So, I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
So what happens is Demir kind of like stands up, starts to walk away. Once the group is once the whole group has gotten a little far from the shrine, she's going
not
to
leaving you there with the shrine.
No, Demir was with the group.
Okay.
But then like once people have like kind of gotten away, not like out of sight of it, Demir is going to stop, turn around, go back to the shrine, kick it, and cast Shatter.
Oh no.
Okay.
Demir?
Let me roll up the specifics of that spell.
It's let's see. A creature in the 10-foot radius sphere needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Any non-magical item that's not being worn or carried takes magical damage. A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm having to look up stats for a rock. I hope you're happy.
Welcome to my life,
yeah,
Avery.
No, it fails. So roll damage.
All right. Oh boy. 5, 10, 15, 22. I think that's 30. Hold on. 15. Yeah, that's 30 points of damage.
It breaks completely with a loud echoing crash that echoes off of the trees and into the snow. The shrine is no more.
Yeah, Demir is just going to kind of like look at where the shrine used to be, look up at the sky, and then just kind of turn and walk back to the group. Precisely.
Do we hear
Think
that?
that with the
Yeah, I was gonna-
sound, you may have gotten something's attention, whether it be orals or something a little closer by.
Demir.
If there's anyone to be angry at, it's me.
And he kind of holds his arm out for you to, like, come on.
She's going to go over to the group.
Let's not attract her ire more than we have to.
Tobias is going to be keeping a sharper eye out on the party's surroundings.
Phoebe's gonna mutter under her breath a little bit.
I wanted to do that.
Um,
But she's gonna just keep going.
It's like in office spaces with the printer copier, and they're just all just bashing the shrine to pieces. To pull.
So, by the way, I would absolutely love a marching order.
Uh-oh.
I think Demir and Lish are in the back.
Levy's sticking with Toby and or Hawk.
Tobias is probably going to be in the middle.
Hawk's probably going to be floating towards the middle, maybe a little bit forward, because I assume Eirran's leading the charge.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Eirran in the front, Hawk, then Hawk, and Toby and Levy are walking next to each other, and then Demir and Lish are walking together.
Yep.
Okay.
Lish is keeping an eye out after that noise. He's very much on pins.
Okay.
On pin. What's the phrase? He's on
Pins
edge.
and needles.
There you go.
Or on edge, yeah.
Okay. You progress throughout the day. He said you're keeping an eye out, so yeah, what just roll a perception check. Just for now.
It also just dawned on me, Tobias has a point in exhaustion. Does that affect any of his perception checks or just like...
Oh yes, it does. Gives you disadvantage. Gives Eirran disadvantage on things too.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to count that for that in the rolling earlier. Oh well.
Ooh.
Well, I haven't enabled on D&D Beyond, so it should be impacting the stuff. And for disadvantage, it's you roll
Twice and choose the lowest.
Mhm.
That's what I thought.
I got a 22, DM.
I got a
All right.
5.
Oh, we're all
It's
rolling
perception?
perception, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, I blinked and lost concentration completely. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Wow. Those two rolls are the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
First was a 3, which adds to a 4, and then the second was a 19 plus 1, which is a 20. So
That's a
we
4.
got a 4 on perception.
Hawk got a 10 total.
All right. You guys don't see much of anything after the breaking of the shrine. It feels colder than it had been, but you don't really see much. Lish, you do spot an area where it seems to be a little more flat. There's still trees, but some of the trees seem to have been knocked down.
Is it like a iced over meadow sort of thing, or is it like a clearing caused by the fallen trees?
It is sort of, you'd probably have to get a little bit closer to check, actually.
Is that the direction that we have to go through, or is it to the side of where we are?
It's more or less in the direction that you're already heading, that Eirran's leading.
Lish is gonna kind of slow people down, kind of move up towards Eirran, just kind of touching people's shoulders as he goes to make them aware of, very quietly make them aware of what he's noticed with the trees.
When he gets to Eirran, Eirran will say back, "Do you think we should change course slightly?"
Perhaps we should go around through the
He'll
tree.
nod. And start angling off.
Okay. As you angle off, you're noticing that this area with the fallen trees, it doesn't seem to be like, it's not as small as you hoped. It's rather large, but as you get close enough to, even as you angle off, it looks like something. I'll tell you what. Roll a nature check for whoever wants to.
Okay.
Whoever wants to, right? You said?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That's
a
one of the
12.
That's one of the few skills that Hawk has a pretty high number in.
Dirty
Nice.
20 for me.
13.
You said nature check?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nature.
Fuck me, why do I even try? That was a 4.
Aw.
17.
Toby!
This is why you need to sleep.
Yes.
You too, Eirran. Don't act like you're any better.
At least I got a 12.
I got a 17.
Okay. Those of you that got a 15 or higher, you're able to tell it looks like maybe something big was here a long time ago, but and knocked over the trees, but it isn't here now. Like, it's iced over. It's iced over for the most part. You're kind of having to step carefully to watch out for like the frozen trees on the ground. But it's safe.
Does it seem to be cutting a path through the trees, or is it just kind of this one area centered?
Just this one area. You rolled so high, it looked like maybe something landed, rested there for the night, and then took off again, like
Big,
a long time ago.
big.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about my cat screaming.
It's all right.
He's got things to say.
Lish, since he is kind of up towards Eirran again, is gonna kind of look to him and ask, do you know how much farther you think it is?
That is a lovely question.
One that I don't have the answer to.
That's a mood.
Also, hey, God of the Realm.
Yeah.
Love that nickname.
Since she rolled a 17 on this nature check, would she have read something about the creatures that live up here?
I mean,
Or do you want me to roll an intelligence check?
I'll give it to you. It's there are various icy creatures up here. Like, since you lived so far north, you're in your hometown. You grew up hearing stories pretty often about, like, oh, don't go to the unclaimed lands. There's
You'll get
like
ate.
snow hags and stuff up there. It's sketchy as fuck.
Yeah. Just various ice creatures and things like
Mhm.
that. Okay.
I was gonna say, we've been heading north. It has gotten, we've entered the snowier parts of the forest. In all honesty, we're coming about up to the edge of my knowledge of where they might be.
Well, when you come to the end of your knowledge, I can maybe send a hawk up.
I
could maybe send you up.
I do
Aaron's
still
gonna
have.
light up at that.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I do still have Biog. She can't quite talk to me, but she might be able to give us some insight on where to go if we need it.
If anybody does send anything up, definitely keep an eye out for any unsavory creatures? Characters?
Perhaps you could
I'll keep
send
that in mind.
Biog up now to keep an eye out if anything is heading our way.
That's true.
This is a little too close to the stories I was told growing up for comfort.
Which stories?
Oh, I didn't live too far south from here. Growing up, and well, it's a small town, so you get a bit of folklore, and there were a lot of stories about what lives up here, and I would prefer not to run into my I would prefer to keep what goes bump in the night a little more hypothetical.
Right. I'm gonna say that Biog shows up inside the fold of Hawk's hood in her little cozy spot. She has that blue dandelion woven into her feathers. Which Hawk still needs to dole out, actually. He needs to find a good moment for that. Yeah, he does need to take a moment to do that. Maybe while Biog's up scouting. And he asks her if she could go up. I assume she says yes. Okay. Avery's got control of Biog, so I wanted to check. And sends her to scout, and then he like looks up for a bit, and he's like, "Oh, right. I've completely forgotten something." And he starts fishing for the rest of the dandelions, pulls them out, and says, there hasn't been a good moment recently, but Esmeralda left us with a little parting gift."
Eirran is going to take like 2 steps back at that, like, oh.
7 blue dandelions. One for
Phoebe's
each of
going to
us.
give Erin a look.
Wait, no, not 7, 6. Maybe there was a 7th. Was there a 7th?
There
There's one
was
for everyone.
Okay, so 6.
yeah. There was 6, but Hawk, Tobias,
Hawk,
and
Toby, and Demir already got them
theirs.
because they were there when they were given.
I just had a thought about Beog going up into the sky, like one of the pixies going and sitting on her back.
Oh, totally. I think she'd be down for that.
Bright Mellow's
I
gonna
like
play a
that.
jaunty little lute plucked tune and go
With the cat hairs.
yeah.
Playing the Lord of the Rings theme.
That's the Harry Potter theme. What's the Lord of the Rings theme again? I don't remember.
Da, 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 da.
Anyway, so Bright Mellow's gonna join Beog going up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, totally. Pixie riding an Elfo. Let's go.
Um,
Yes.
I'll
Hawk
tell
is
you what. Let's have rolls for perception.
from us or for the Beog and the Pixie?
Yeah, and the pixie.
Right.
Bright Mellow.
Owls have pretty high wisdom, so let's see.
You can just roll with advantage, Max, because I don't know if I have the stats up for Bright Mellow.
I'm looking them up right now. Okay, let's see. Skills perception +3. Okay, perfect. An advantage from the Pixie, right? It's not a good start. I'm rolling a lot of 8s today. That's a total of 11.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. Well, are you looking on the ground for any trouble or in the sky?
Towards the ground.
Towards the ground. Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Now I'm curious about the sky though.
Sure.
Roll again, same roll? Or
It'll be the same roll since that's where you're looking. I was just asking in terms of description.
right.
But yeah, don't see much of anything up in the sky either. I mean, there's like the gray winter clouds, but looks pretty clear that there might be a few like crows in the distance, but beyond that.
All right. So once Beog's done, I guess she'll come back down. I forget exactly how can Beog communicate with Hawk again?
Telepathically.
Telepathically. So like, I remember you like saying like it was through like images or sensations, not words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'd imagine that Hawk just gets like a transmission of just a vague conception of safety or nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like she sees anything. I don't know whether to be reassured or more worried. Since we need some positivity, let's err on the side of reassuring.
That's probably mean there's nothing at least terribly large that we need to be worried about.
Hawk's going to ask Beog telepathically if she can see any settlements in the distance.
Are you having her like investigate for it, or
maybe
are
just
you
like
just
maybe like
having
signs
her
of
glance around?
That's a good question. Maybe let's start with like signs of civilization from the distance, like maybe a weird clearing or a pillar of smoke. like campfire smoke.
Okay. You can have her roll perception check with advantage again.
All right. I need either a different surface to roll on or a different dice. That's a 9.
9.
Yeah.
She doesn't see any villages or anything. But she thinks she might see what could be the shape of a person under one of the nearby trees. Like nearby relatively. You guys would still have to walk for a little while. But
All right. Huck relays that information, and then he's gonna ask her to stay overhead and keep an eye out for trouble in the woods and any sign of Eirran's tribe.
Okay.
Oh, and also wish for her to stay safe.
So do you continue in the direction that Biog might have seen the person?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Gonna go check whatever that is out.
50-50 chance it's a tribe member or a witch. Let's find out.
Why not both?
I mean, why not both?
Can you describe what the person looked like? Just a figure or?
She's quite high up there. Even owls have limits to how much they can see.
She rolled a 9.
Saw a figure.
She was able to see that much because someone may have rolled poorly.
Yeah, sorry. I want Hawk's dice to love me, but they just do not.
Oh no, that wasn't at you.
Oh, okay.
Well,
That's okay,
hopefully,
Oh.
maybe someone will help, but we
Could
should be
ask-
prepared for if it's a fight.
You could ask Bayog to ask Bright Mellow to go see who the figure is. Bright Mellow can turn invisible.
Can she speak owl?
Sylvan.
If Bayog could speak Sylvan, then understanding who would be leagues easier.
Well, Bright Mellow is a bug. Perhaps they can communicate that way. Bugs and animals.
Or I could
Yug
go
tries
ahead-
to eat Bright Mellow.
Oh no. Right, Demir was saying?
I can turn invisible as well. I could go ahead.
I don't think that's a wise decision at all.
It's more dangerous. But
If
not.
they don't see me.
If you wear the pixies, take them with you.
Why don't we just have Biog come back down, tell Bright Mellow what we would like them to do, and then send them back up.
Whatever you prefer. It's all about the same.
It does sound like a better idea, considering I don't know if Bright Mellow would be able to understand. I'll call her back down then. And he does so.
Lish kind of confides to Levy, like as an aside, just like, I don't know, I think Bright Mellow's rather clever.
She's
All
gonna chuckle a little bit at that and say, yes, well, if it's danger, we may as well be careful. She seems to be having trouble with her words today. And by she, I mean me.
Understandable, completely.
So, as you continue on, at this point, I would like only for Lish and Eirran to roll perception checks.
Ooh.
Ooh boy. Oh, and when Mal gets sent off, Aaron's going to say, "Stay safe." All right.
Mad at you right now, Erin. They haven't braided Aaron's hair in days. Well,
Oh my god.
ever since Erin menaced them, Erin has not had,
Which was earlier today, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, usually the pixies are like going from like person to person, helping them out with their hair, gossiping, whatever little pixies do. But Erin hasn't gotten a single pixie visitor since the menacing. So
The morning
Boy.
after the menace, Aaron woke up with just like absolute fairy knots in his hair, just like nothing but like his hair, every end of his hair has been knotted together.
Odd.
That's 13
The
for
worst.
perception.
13. Lish, what did you get?
that's a 9.
Oh.
I'm distracted by the pixies.
Okay. So, as you guys are walking, since our friends here didn't roll high enough.
Oh no.
You guys start to feel something of a tremor in the ground. And as you realize this, something bursts out of the snow directly in front of you. And I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
So,
Time.
what you see before you is an immense centipede-like creature with rows of chitinous plates on its back, between which you can see that it's glowing red hot. And he's going to get a surprise round on you.
Oh no.
This is why we don't destroy goddess shrines.
Oh, I know what this
It was kind of sick
is.
though. Not gonna lie, it was kind of a sick moment.
Oh yeah, that was
Really?
great. That was amazing.
Oh, this is good background.
I got a
Okay.
3.
Let's see.
I'm using an actual like tray kind of thing this time, so maybe my dice will like me again.
Does the exhaustion disadvantage apply to initiative rolls?
It is a skill check, so yes.
Perfect. In that case, I have noble initiative. That's
I got an 11.
Okay.
16.
21.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
21, 16. Levy, what'd you get?
3.
3.
Oh.
Damir.
All
She's real smart, but not very reactive today. Let's go.
Damir, where are you at?
sorry, I got a 12.
Lish.
Also got a 12. Roll off. Who's got the higher dex? Demi or Lish?
Dex 15.
Dex 18, baby.
Hey.
Okay. So since our friends here were not able to perceive it, Ramirez gets a surprise round on you guys. And since Eirran's right there, he's gonna go for a bite attack. Let's see. And it's fighting me. Sorry. Thank you, computer. So does a 24 hit you, Eirran?
Surprisingly enough.
So I need to get out a bunch of D6s.
Uh-oh.
Oh god damn it! I still have dropping an axe on my foot damage. I haven't slept.
Oh. You also don't have an axe.
Yeah, you left your
I
axe
also,
with Levy,
yeah, I have
and then
no
she's-
weapon. I mean, I have weapons right now. That
You
is a
left
lie.
it behind?
No, Levy's carrying it.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, time to ask Lish for another favor.
This campaign is just Eirran trying really hard to lose his axe and failing every goddamn time.
Well, at least this time he like left it in the capable hands of a crazy person. So
Levy takes it up. The psycho theme starts playing.
Kill Bill Siren.
Just D10s. Thank you for your patience. The patience, I'm having to get dice out.
Oh, that's fine.
Understandable.
Here's Levy.
No,
It
don't
works
worry
too,
about
even into the knee.
it. Don't fucking worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. I'm here for it.
She doesn't. I mean, her strength is 11, so I don't even know if she can like wield it. Because isn't it a big fucking axe?
It's
Wanna
a
find
big
out?
fucking axe.
I don't really want to find out. I already said that Levy was going to give Eirran his axe for combat.
Okay. This is a surprise round though, so he probably still needs to pick it up.
Not that she has. This is gonna be fun.
It's
Five,
fine. She's got
6.
initiative 3, so by the time.
seven. Okay. So Eirran, you take 35 piercing damage.
Ow!
Jesus Christ. Okay.
11 fire damage, and you are grappled in the remorse's mouth. Now we can properly begin the initiative order with Hawk.
Kind of dumb that you need to go all the way down and return back to just go up one space, huh?
It is, but that's life, I guess.
Yeah, that's programming. All right. Well, let's see. Hawk could run up and start stabbing this thing, but he knows better. That's not his forte. I can't move my token.
Oh, that's stupid. Hang on. Okay.
Guess the dice aren't the only things fighting us today. There we go. Everyone should probably make sure that they can move their token too,
Yeah,
just in
I'm
case.
working on it. I had to wait until the initiative, until the marching order, and then I just forgot.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Thanks for reminding
I'm
me.
just checking in. Okay. Let's have him move. Let's say here, and gonna do the Hawk Wintertime Special, also known as an arrow to the face.
All right.
So let's see, arrow 1. I'm gonna arcane charge this one.
Okay.
That's a 19.
19 hits.
Awesome. That is okay. So I'll do the damage after I roll the second one. Second one's gonna be a normal shot. That's an 18.
That hits.
Okay, cool. So that's. I'm just gonna grab multiple d8s here. Let's see, there's the other one. So that's 2d8 plus 10 total from the bow, and then I need a DC 13. I'm just gonna click the thing. I'm not gonna roll for that. Oh, max damage. DC 13 Wisdom save from it to not become blinded. So it's
Okay,
12
that's a natural
damage.
18.
Okay. So that's 12 damage plus the 10 plus 7. So 12 plus 17, that's about 29.
Okay.
Do you need to split? Do you need the specific damage types? Does it have resistances or?
It does have resistances.
Okay, so that's 12 psychic and the rest of it's piercing.
Okay. You're fine then.
Okay.
Okay. So is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
That brings us to the Remorse's turn. It has Eirran in its mouth.
Damn it.
It is going to swallow.
Oh no!
So, Eirran, you have been eaten.
no. Okay, good to know.
Let's see.
That's literally the same energy as, oh, I've been impaled.
Oh no!
You are blinded and restrained.
So does Eirran
23 acid damage.
Okay, so Eirran passed out.
Okay.
Oh god.
Ready? Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry for this joke, but does Eirran get moved into the worm? Like on the map.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay. All right.
Well, there we go. Toby.
You ever just unconscious inside of a giant centipede?
Hang on.
Yep.
Hang on.
Toby,
I'm gonna do this right. There.
There we go. Cool.
Excellent.
So Eirran's been eaten by a giant centipede. That's definitely not going to have any adverse effect on the party's mental health at all.
Well, okay. Oh shit, I did not mean to zoom out that. Oh god. So, should I do things properly? Okay, there we go. I assume these long ice it's like icy ridges in the ground and stuff, or are they like actually there? I just wonder if it's possible for him to move over, like, off the square.
Hawk was able to move where he was without any objections from the DM, so I think he should be fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't want to, like, assume.
Because, like, he started about here, I want to say, and then moved there.
I'm just giving space for, like, get me in. They should be able to do stuff. Let's do.
Here's the thing. I had Eirran and Lish roll to see if they'd notice the weirdness of the snow that they were about to walk on.
Oh boy.
I had a plan. One, if they would be able to not have the surprise round if they'd rolled high enough against the Remoris's stealth.
They did not.
They did not.
Oh
boy, it feels bad. I'm gonna first do a Crimson Right. I roll a d6. How much damage do I take? 2. Wow. Wonderful. And then he will try to shoot the thing.
Okay. Roll the hit.
And then I roll with disadvantage because of the exhaustion.
No, the exhaustion does not apply to the attack rolls. It's only like skill checks.
Good to know.
For this level of exhaustion, keep not sleeping and you will have more effects.
Sorry. I roll a 23.
That hits.
Okay.
You have your blood curse activated.
Yeah, I do have the blood curse activated.
Or
so
the Crimson Right, I mean.
Yeah.
Words.
Yeah, I do have the Crimson Right active. Do you want me to do the damage for that first arrow just so it's easy to keep track, or do you want me to roll for the second attack as well?
You can roll for the second attack.
Okay. Second attack is a 16.
16 misses.
Okay.
Just barely.
And the roll for that one. 7 damage total. 6 of it is the longbow, and then 1 damage from the lightning,
Okay.
sadly. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Oh, I forgot to change the music around. My bad. Okay. Eirran, please make a death saving throw.
All right. Is this affected by the exhaustion?
No.
Can't
Perfect.
be exhausted if you're on
fails.
the verge of death.
Either way.
What did you roll?
6.
6. Okay.
Our dice hate us today. This is going terribly.
Yeah. Okay. Lish.
But if Eirran dies during his arc.
And you guys were laughing earlier about what is the belly of the beast.
Oh,
I know.
Kenzie brought this upon us. Oh no.
Oh God.
How
Oh,
very
God.
dare you?
I was like looking at that. I'm like,
I'm using okay.
Random
I'm
ass
gonna
Wild
flip a
Roses members
coin.
trying to be comedic.
On
Apollo.
one flip, I'm gonna polymorph. On the other flip, I'm gonna dominate beast. So one or the other. We'll see how this goes. Tree is polymorph. Okay, that is polymorph. We're gonna see how this goes with Eirran.
Dominate Beast could have worked out really well though.
Well,
If it worked.
A reminder to people to mute if you're not doing your turn and stuff. So
it's the
Sorry.
same save either way. Yeah. Okay, I'll do dominate beast because it's the same save. And it might be good otherwise. So the beastipede has to make me a Wiz 15 save, please.
okay. I want you to look at that
What is that? Is that a natty 20?
on purpose, you guys.
What is it?
Natural 19.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna move to the side, I think. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Actually, go
Demir.
by this tree.
Okay. I am going to step 5 feet forward. And that puts me, I believe, 30 feet from it. And I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at it.
Okay. Is that a roll to hit or a saving throw on my end?
It's a roll to hit, but I might not have hit. Hang on. Fuck. 11.
That misses.
Fuck. Okay. Then I'm out of spells. It's fine. Okay. Oh God.
Do you move anymore, or do you just stay hiding behind Levy?
I think yeah, I'll move over here. I'm gonna move
Okay.
over here and kind of try and take a little shelter behind a tree.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it I can do, I think.
All right. Levy.
So, fun question. Is there any way that I can finagle gravity sinkhole in order to not harm Eirran? I want to crush its skull.
I'll tell you what. Roll an Arcana or a Nature check.
All right. Try Arcana. I'm not rolling you. You frayed me too many times today. 8.
8. You are uncertain.
Okay.
I'd say
Then
go for it though, personally.
I don't want to crush Eirran.
You'll be fine.
I thought you said Levy gets a Glock.
Terrible.
What's
Okay.
a little
well,
crushing each other to death between
well,
friends?
she isn't mentally sound at the moment, so I guess it's a little more accurate for her to be a little more reactionary than thought out. So fuck it, gravity sinkhole. I'm gonna cast it like. I mean, she's still gonna try and be careful. She's just gonna cast it anyways. I think I'm gonna go for like right here. So that
Can you
it,
ping
like,
it again?
yeah, the edge of it catches its head. Hopefully, some part of it.
So that's a saving throw on my end, correct?
Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw against my spell save, right?
Yes.
14.
22.
Fuck. Well, that's still.
Well, it's not pulled, but I think it still takes damage.
Yeah, that's. I still have to roll a bunch of fucking d10s. So that's fun. Basically, this is gonna take a second, and I'm so sorry. Where the fuck? I should have been more prepared for this. I've been raring to use this spell, and I didn't even have my fucking d10s out.
It's okay.
Okay.
I mean, you saw me having to get out all my dice for urine.
Okay.
This was a requested combat, by the way.
Terrible. I hate it. We're having a good time.
God damn it, Dub.
You
I
might
am
have just
going
killed
to
your
have
boy.
killed
But
and I am
I mean,
all for that.
I rolled 27 damage, so half of that probably closer to 13.
So that would be 26 divided by 2. 13 plus 1 because you round it up, so that's 14 damage.
Ah, fuck yeah. Okay, well, we're doing great.
Okay.
She also kind of when Eirran got et, she kind of slapped her hands over her mouth and maybe screamed into them a little bit.
Mhm.
Anyways, moving on.
Hang on. Okay. So at the top of the round, you see Bright Mellow zoom back from the direction you guys were headed as 2 people run forward. And
Savior.
they both rolled pretty well, but this guy rolled better. And I know it's a Goliath icon, and that's all I could find. But he's not a Goliath, he's a human. I promise. So gonna add turn. And he rolled a natural 20 for his initiative. Where are your stats? So he rolled a 22, which puts him above Hawk, and then the other one will come later. So he runs forward, and as he runs forward, you can see that he is a human man with rough, pockmarked brown skin. He looks like he's around 35 years old, and he has firm, muscular arms. He's bald and has tribal tattoos covering his scalp. Thus, I chose the Goliath icon. And his arms and clothes seem tribal tattoos on his arms and scalp. And then his clothes are made of different layers of fur stacked on top of each other. He has a scruffy brown beard on his chin. So he is going to rage. And that definitely hits. He pulls out a great sword and slashes it down towards the you know what? No, actually he pulls out his greatsword and he holds his turn. He waits. And he is right up on it. And he's clearly waiting for something. Hawk.
All right. Hawk just saw his buddy Eirran get eaten, and he's having none of that. So he's going to just he's gonna action surge this turn and just unload arrows into this thing. So we're gonna do two normal shots. I'll arcane charge one of them, sure. Whack. Let's see. This one, that's the other. Okay, I'm gonna say the second one is arcane shotted. The first one is a 25.
That hits.
And the second one is a math. Blah. 21.
That also hits.
All right. And then we're gonna do the action surge. Let's do two sharpshooters this time.
All right.
Oh, that's a crit. One of them's a 7
Excellent.
though. 7 plus, yeah, one of them's a 10 and the other one's a 30 crit. No, 23 crit. That math is bad. 23 and it's a 10. 23 is a crit.
23 hits.
Cool. All right, so a crit sharpshooter longbow, man. That still doesn't have much damage dice to begin with. So that's gonna be 10. Okay, math. That's 2 normal hits and a sharpshooter. So it's 25 flat piercing. And I've got
Okay.
4d8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 plus 25, it's 41.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 41. Okay, and I still gotta do the arcane shot, which is just gonna be another shadow arrow.
Okay.
Same save. 2 damage.
Okay.
2 psychic and a DC 13 wisdom to not be basically blinded. Kind of blinded. Not quite blinded.
Just mates.
Oh, okay. I still got the extra psychic damage. So that's 43 total. 2 psychic, rest piercing.
All right. Okay. which takes us to the Remora's turn. Eirran, you're still inside of its body, so you automatically lose a death saving throw from the acid. It reaches over to the human man that just ran out, and it bites him and swallows him. That is when his turn activates. That hits. I'm going to roll damage. Pulling up his stats. Max damage. The Remora's kind of gurgles for a bit, and then spits both the human man and the unconscious Eirran out. So I'm going to move next to him. I'm going to put an X on you too, so remember you're unconscious. All right. So it is Tobias's turn.
Okay. He doesn't know who the random two people that show up are, but screw it, the guy helped get Eirran out. That's good to know. Tobias is just gonna shoot again at the thing. Before he shoots, measure real quick. Excellent. It's all coming together. He's gonna do a use his bonus action for Blood Curse of the Marked. You can mark a creature that you see within 30 feet of you until the end of your turn. Whenever you deal right damage to the target, you roll an additional Hemocraft die of right damage. So that's neat.
All right.
Cool. I was just making sure I read all the necessary stuff and didn't like assume something and then, yeah. First arrow, that's a 19.
19 to hit?
Yep.
Yes, that hits.
Cool. And then the second arrow is a 21. Which,
that definitely hits.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So for the first arrow, that's a 9 plus. That's 13 damage for the first arrow.
All right.
And then for the second arrow, that will be 14 damage.
Okay.
Cool. And that would be end of my turn.
So it's at this point that the lady who did not roll as well as her companion, she runs in. Let's see what's. Yeah, she is able to just get up to here. Why is she so big? Why are you doing this, Roll20?
Roll20 has decided that she's a rune knight.
A giant
I'm
woman.
kidding.
Okay. So you see, there is something about this young woman's features that suggests some hint of elvish ancestry. Her skin is lighter than that of her companions, and her hair is fair. She's too young to have tribal tattoos, but she's wearing her war paint. And as you watch, she doesn't have a weapon in her hand, but as you watch, a long sword appears in her hand. And she's kind of looking around, and she's looking at the Remoras, and then down at Eirran, and it's clear that she wants to get engaged in the fight with this Remoras, but she's frustrated that she can't quite reach. So she will kind of just pour a potion into his mouth very begrudgingly. And let me just double check the stats for that. You get the impression that these are for emergencies only. And she's not happy that she's having to use it on Eirran. And you gain a whopping 4 hit points, Eirran.
Better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. I should put her on the turn order. She also rolled a 16. Okay. Eirran, you are conscious and you're prone, and everything kind of fucking hurts. What do you do?
All right. Let's see. All right. Eirran is gonna Uzi just stumble to his feet, and then kind of look around a bit like, oh God, what's happening? And see that we've gained a few companions since he was last conscious. And he's just gonna run off into the bushes.
Okay. So you are still against the Remoras, and it's going to take an attack of opportunity unless you use your action to disengage.
I see you down there. Yeah. This is all
me reminding you that you can do that. It might or might not be a hint.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
He does.
Cool. So you use your
does
action
not
to
kill
dodge
himself.
out of the way of this creature's jaws as it
Yep.
tries to take a bite once again.
And he's just gonna come hide in, I think, this falling tree.
Okay.
It's as far as he can go because he has to get up from being prone.
Lish.
Yes. Can I still see Eirran, or is Eirran hiding?
He is hiding. I'm not sure how good the cover is, though.
You can still see Eirran because he did not take his action to hide, and he is not a rogue.
Gosh. Okay. Okay. So first of all, I'm using my. I gotta get closer to you though. Here. Let's see how close I need to be. Oh no, I don't need to get closer to you. I'm using my bonus action to cast Healing Spirit and have it pop up on top of Eirran's head.
Okay, and can you remind us what the healing spirit looks like?
It's a little glowing kind of yellow light shaped like a pixie. It's like a very Tinkerbelly little form.
Okay.
And when it pops up into Eirran's face and smacks itself against him, it kind of creates this like ripple glow into his body a little bit. And I'm gonna drop 2 of the charges that I have of that into him. So you get 18 healing. I'm doing this at 3rd level. I still have a couple charges on that, but I'm gonna hold them. And I'm gonna use
They float around your head, kind of orbiting you.
Yeah, they are like a little you've gotten hit in the head too hard and you've got ducks.
I am not gonna lie, when they first show up, Eirran is going to flinch and shriek.
Draw more attention to yourself, why don't you? No, but they heal you and you feel like this warmth. Chilly warmth.
Yeah, he's just gonna go.
It's an icy hot. An icy hot. And then I'm using my action and I'm going to cast Moonbeam at 3rd level as well. No, so can I cast 2 spells like that, even though one's as a bonus action?
No, it's only a spell and a cantrip, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to. I have to touch. I'm going to use my action to cantrip frostbite at the thing. Insect. And it has to make a con 15 for me, please.
Yeah, it rolls a 13.
Sweet. Okay, so I do 2d6 damage.
What type of damage is this?
It is, I think, cold, but let me double check. Yeah, it takes 8 cold damage.
So
If it does take cold.
as you cast the spell, you send the frost out towards it, and it hits, but it just spreads across its surface, like turning to mist.
That's
and
fine.
Does nothing.
It still has disadvantage on a failed save. It has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn, but it doesn't have a weapon, so I don't know
Okay.
if that does anything.
Alrighty. Demir.
Okay. Well, now that Eirran's out, I'm not going to do the dumb thing. I'm going to Eldritch Blast it. I get 2
Eldritch
bolts.
Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Oh my god. I was rolling okay, and then all of my test rolls were okay, and now they're not.
Your
does a
dice can sense your
16
fear.
Does a 16 hit?
16 just misses.
Oh, fuck. So then the other one doesn't hit. Okay. I with 2 Eldritch Blasts, and I'm just gonna kind of, I'm gonna stay back here. I think I'm doing okay back here.
Okay.
So that's my turn.
All right. Levy.
Cool. Out of curiosity, are or rather, because my memory is bad, how many sorcery points would it cost for her to cast Fireball at a level 4 instead of a level 3? Would it be 4? Or
As long as you have a level 4 spell slot open. No.
yeah, she
Um,
used it.
Points to buy back spell slots, though, can't you?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me check.
Because I mean, she'll do it.
Yeah. Just a sec. Never played a sorcerer before, so give me a second.
It's okay, I'm sorry, I can't fucking remember shit.
It's cool. You're not helping me. Thing. Just a sec. Sorry for taking so long. Thank you for being patient.
Good. The dogs are over here pouting at me and talking shit, so.
It would take 6 sorcery points to be able to cast a 4th level.
Okay. Then she's. Go look at one more thing. Yeah. Instead, she's going to spend a sorcery point. Well, 3, I think, because it's a 3rd level to make it empowered. So she gets extra hit dice, aligning with her charisma modifier, which is 3 of them. So now for a fireball, she has 11d6.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Eat shit.
He angry. Jeez.
She protect. She attack.
Okay.
But it's a dex save for the worm.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Well, that saves, but it's still gotta take half of this shit. So.
Okay.
Jesus fuck. Okay. Dude.
Okay.
So I rolled 41, so half of that.
Okay.
20.
So you throw the fireball.
It's big and green.
It's big and green. And it looks pretty cool. But unfortunately, it's immune to fire.
It's a what?
It's immune to fire.
I'm just gonna see myself out.
I just imagine when Levy like throws this fireball, it hits the creature,
no.
and then you see nothing happens. Levy just
It just
stares, and you just hear
fizzles.
the windows shutting down sound. It's
The
like
fire
dun, 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 dun.
started
Windows
licking
XP
against
error.
the sides. But you do manage to burn, to melt away some of the snow that was on the ground where you threw the fireball.
Neat. Let's toast some marshmallows. I fucking guess.
Oh man.
It
God
is
damn it.
now,
She is going to let out a squeak of fear.
okay. It is now Barb Man's turn. Let's see if that hits for his first attack. That hits. And then for his second attack, that definitely hits. Okay. So first attack. 14 damage. Plus 12. So he does a total of 26 damage to the Remoras on his turn. Okay. And then for his bonus action, he is going to take his own healing potion because he went into the belly of the beast. And in order to get Eirran out. And he took damage from that, unsurprisingly. Okay. It could be better, could be worse. So he gets back 9 hit points. Okay. All right. It is Hawk's turn now. Oh wait, he would take damage from being in proximity of it, so he takes some fire damage. And he just loses that healing he just got. It's fine. Okay.
Well, Hawk's out of all the fancy shit, so he's just gonna shoot. Let's do a double sharpshooter because I want this thing dead. Okay, that's a 10 and a 20. Dirty 20.
20 hits, 10 does not.
Okay. So that's... Oh, wonderful. 17 piercing.
All right.
All right. That's all I'm gonna do. Looks very cozy in his archery spot.
Okay. It's Remora's turn. It's going to try to bite at the barb guy. Misses. All right. That's fine. And it is Toby's turn.
He's just gonna do the same thing he's done. Bonus action to Blood Curse of the Mark, since it only lasts to the end of his turn. First arrow is a 26.
That hits.
Shit. Second arrow is a nat 1 plus 8, so that's 9. Let's see, that misses.
9 misses.
Oh, okay. So damage to one arrow.
Are you rolling damage here or
to hit?
Because
I rolled to hit, and then now I'm doing the damage for the one arrow that did hit.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry. What was that damage then?
Okay, let's see. So 7 plus 14.
Okay.
And the
14 damage.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, cool. So that means it is our multi-class girl's turn. She's gonna step forward and she's going to rage. She's gonna attack with her longsword. And misses there. Second one hits. 9 damage. Okay. Next, it's Eirran's turn.
All right. So he's back on his feet. He's got some health to him. And time to go lose that, I guess. All right. So I guess actually, okay. He is going to start raging.
Okay.
For one.
So the spectral form of Arild appears behind you in all his glory.
All of us flip him off.
God, I love that. All right. And that activates some of my new weird things, I think. So let me figure out how these work. Okay. So that jumps me a little bit. And he's standing there kind of looking back and forth between everyone, unsure of what to do. And then he lights his eyes and suddenly he is over here, I think.
Okay.
And then using his actual movement speed, he's gonna come on over to Levy.
She's going, can she as a free action just like hold out his axe for him?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And he'll take that fucker. And that's his action, right? Equipping. Yeah, okay.
It takes an action to retrieve an object.
Yep. All right. So
however,
let me.
If just so you know, if you use it, if you're raging and you do not get hurt or do not attack, your rage fades.
Yep. Yes. I'm keeping tabs on that one. Okay. And where do I want to be? I mean, I guess I'll be able to get over to it anyway on my next turn, and I don't want to do anything weird. Yeah, okay. So I guess that's the end of his turn.
Okay.
Should mark off a rate.
Lish.
Hello, yes, I am here, and I'm
You're
contemplating.
here, you're queer, you're ready to cast some spells, maybe?
Well, spells are so tricky and complicated, and I'm going to thank God that Eirran's not in there because I'm going to cast Moonbeam at 3rd level on the
Yes.
big
All right.
Con 15, please.
Con, dirty 20.
Okay, that's fine. Half as much damage on a successful one. That's fine. So 2d10 radiant halved. No, 3d10 radiant damage halved. Nice. 10 damage. Halved,
Alright.
5 damage.
All right.
And that is going to stay on him. Let me put a circle down for it. I think it's a 5 by 5. 5-foot radius, 40 foot high. So it's going to be whoop, right on top of him.
All right.
And if it starts its turn there, it has to make another save.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to hold concentration on that, and I'm going to wild shape. Boop. And I'm going to rush out of the bushes 30 feet or so to get there as a giant ass polar bear.
Polar bear. Okay. So Manlish is going to go into a corner. Unfortunately, I can't move Manlish when he's on the Remoras. So just a sec. Having to juggle so many things at once. You're banished to the corner. Let's see.
You can probably just use Direwolf if you want. It's fine.
No, if I'm doing this, I'm gonna do it right. Okay. You said you were here.
Oh God, he's so chunky.
Polar bears are big. Okay.
Yeah, move the Remora back up so it's on the circle.
Yeah.
No, one more down. There we go.
That's where I had him. Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. You don't. Yeah, I guess you don't get to attack or anything.
I don't, because my use of action to cast Moonbeam and that stays. So.
Okay. Demir.
I mean, tried and true, Eldritch Blast. Let's see if I can fucking hit something.
Old reliable.
Yeah, let's see. I got a dirty 20. I think that hits.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Yeah. Only one of them hit. That's okay. That's 5 points of damage. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna chill here.
All right, you're staying put.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep chilling here.
Your husband's now a bear.
Yeah, he's big and fluffy.
Okay. Levy.
There's definitely a little oh, surprise gasp.
Whereas earlier he was a twink.
Thank you for getting my
Terrible.
I got it, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Same. But yeah, fuck it. We're trying lightning bolt, and we're empowering this one too. So this thing better eat shit already.
So let me just check something. I assume you're angling it so that you do not hit your new barb friends, nor your bear friend.
Hang on. Let me fucking check something. Yeah, hang on. Let me fucking. Yeah, she needs to move right here. So let me do that. Boink, 10 feet. So that the it'll go this way.
All right.
And again, it's
big, it's flashy. It's like a nice spring green color. And she is putting some oomph behind it. So I get, again, 3 extra hit die. So hang on. It's gotta do a dex save again.
All right. That's a 6.
Well, that fucking fails. So it's taking full damage. 8, 10, 11. All right. Let's fuck around and find out. Dice tried to eat me. All right. 10, 20, 30, 45. 45 damage.
All right. It's looking rough.
Sizzling a little bit.
All right. Do you move at all?
She moved a little bit forward so that she could get the right angle on it to miss
Well,
the
yeah,
barb.
but you're allowed to move after if you still have movement left.
I feel like you're asking me this question for a reason.
Not necessarily. My reason is your turn over.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So it is Barbadude's turn. Should I go back up to him instead of his apprentice? Both hit. So five plus 12. Okay. So you watch as this barbarian man uses his great sword, and he jabs it into the Remora's head, and uses the momentum of that to swing himself up onto its body, where he pulls the greatsword out and then slashes it down into the creature's head. And as it falls, he jumps off, and the Remoras is dead.
Whew. At least
So
we live for you, buddy.
We are out of initiative order now, which means I will take us back to that music, and now this stuff. There we go.
Also, Hawk did some big damage, and I'm impressed. Just saying.
Yeah, when the dice agree with me, Hawk can put out some serious numbers.
No kidding.
However, the dice don't like
Nice.
to agree with me most of the time.
Well,
it's
he
to
does
the
feel a
point where, like,
badass.
just like as a side note, I was thinking about taking Piercer at one point, but I think I'm gonna save it until Hawk starts falling behind the casters. Because he doesn't need more damage right now.
All right.
Oh,
So
that's just real quick. That said, Hawk is gonna try and scavenge arrows, so about half the ones he spent.
Yes.
Same for Colby.
So, Eirran, you
yeah,
do recognize these two.
perfect.
The man is named Kier,
Here.
and the girl is named Thyra.
Here and that. All right.
I'd just
Actually,
like you to make a quick, just wisdom check, just straight wisdom.
okay. That's I am I am not very wise, as it so happens. That is a 6.
Something is bothering you about Thyra, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
All right. Actually, quick DM question.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in combat right now. Can I activate a rage? And if so, what are the rules for it persisting when, we're not in combat and I'm not going to be damaged?
You would have to hurt yourself.
Gotcha.
However, both Kier and Thyra did see the rage when you activated it.
That works then. All right. In that case, Eirran's gonna walk over to them. Still carrying his battle axe.
Levy's killing it if he has the axe.
Yeah, that's valid. And as he approaches, he's gonna say, he's gonna do a thinking for a sec. Kier, Eirra, thank you for your assistance. And upon reaching them, he will healing hands Kier. He'll just reach out and put his hand on him. And that's 7 hit points for him.
Okay. He's a little hesitant to let you touch him.
Mm-hmm.
But he eventually allows you to do so. And you said 7?
7.
Okay. And you can see that Thyra also had taken some damage from the proximity to the remoras. There's something about it that something about its nature that meant that when you hit it, the heat came spilling out of the wounds it took and hurt you as well.
All right.
And Kier kind of just looks you up and down and replaces his great sword and kind of folds his arms and just says, "So you are alive. We've been wondering."
At that, Eirran, when he puts up his greatsword, Eirran will put back his battle axe. Will actually start putting back his battle axe, and then look over and see Levy, and while making eye contact with Levy, continue putting back his battle axe hesitantly, like
he's going to raise her eyebrows, like.
Yeah, he has a look on his face like, we will talk about this later, but please don't question me right now in front of these people.
She's gonna kind of squint at him for a second and then actually take a step back to give them some space, but she's still there. Because she doesn't know these people and she doesn't trust them, and Eirran still has the axe and she doesn't really trust it. It's just, no.
Yeah, this is not a good situation right now. And he'll say, glad to see that both of you survived as well. Actually, wait a minute. Does he, because he was passed out at the time, does he know that Eirra used a potion on him?
Roll an intelligence check.
All right. Oh, that's a natural one.
You have no idea. You had just woken up. Your body was stinging. There's still some saliva on you, and you looked up to see the face of a 17-year-old.
All right. And so he'll okay. Yeah. And then he'll turn to Eirran and say, I wish I had more healing I could do on you, but I'm afraid that's all I have in me.
There's some thinking going on for Kier. And you know him. He's not unintelligent.
Mhm.
He's just been more about battle than politics and trying to figure things out. He's a tough man. He's a totem of the bear barbarian.
Nice.
Which definitely helped in the battle. And might have also you also know that he has very good eyesight, and he can see up to 1 mile away with no difficulty, which might have contributed, as well as Bright Mellow, to why they were able to join you in this combat.
All right, that makes sense. Also cool as fuck.
Totem barbarians are fucking cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And Mackenzie can tell you all about it. But anyway.
But I will have to find some way to get up for you. That was a very, very helpful and very needed rescue.
I suspect it's not a coincidence, though, that we're in the area.
Eirran steps himself a little and says, yes, I am looking for my mother. Is she with you?
She is with the new tribe. I expect you will want to be speaking to Nethly then.
I suppose I better.
Very well. I would be reluctant to take you on ordinary circumstances, but I did see you still have the ancestors' blessing.
Eirran, I mean, fuck. Yeah, he'll lie to his teeth there. He'll say that I'd smile a little bit, and yeah. If he's gonna look into that, he can.
He's not, as I said, he's not a very
All right. Well, that's good for me.
At this point, though, his gaze does turn to the rest of the group. Lish, are you still a polar bear, by the way?
At least until I find whatever lies within the goop.
Yeah, there isn't really anything interesting. You're able to find a couple of Remora's teeth that are undamaged if you want them.
Sure.
But this is a wild animal. It's not going to have anything fun.
That's fine. Some scales or some teeth. Lish is gonna take him over to Tobias and plop some teeth into Tobias's hand.
They're pretty wicked looking teeth. If you get them cleaned up enough, it might make a nice trophy or potentially a dagger if you can get the right people working on them fast enough.
When Lish drops them into his head, he's like, oh. And then, like, after looking at them more, he kind of understands what Lish might want him to do with it. He goes, I'll see what I can do about them.
And then Lish will kind of wander over towards where Eirran is, and he'll poof into a man.
Okay. Kier is still looking, kind of watching you guys with suspicion, and looks towards Eirran and says, your companions are not of either tribe. Are they trustworthy?
And will nod and say, yes, these are friends I have made along my travels, wandering. I trust them, and we come with no ill intent or intention of combat. And then he will point each of them out and introduce them, and do the same for Kier and
All right, I'd like you to make a persuasion check.
All right. That's gonna be a what's my bonus on that? That's gonna be an 8.
Kier watches you all and says, I will have you know that our people are all capable warriors. If you try anything, your head will be severed from your shoulders.
Lish kind of cracks a bit of a smile at that. And the woman was the one who hadn't gotten any healing.
Yes.
Lish is gonna kind of step towards her with a hand out and say, you're still injured?
I am.
And he'll kind of gesture his hand out for her to take. And there's like sparks of healing energy on his fingertips.
She kind of just opens her hand and the sword that was in it disappears. And she very carefully reaches out to take your hand.
And I'll cast a level 1 Cure Wounds on her.
All right.
She gets 12 hit points back.
All right.
Super fast. When Kier says basically, we won't hesitate to fuck you up. If you try shit, Levy is going to actually recoil and take a big ol' step back.
Yeah, Tobias looks uncomfortable as well.
Lish just seems amused.
Eirran, it will.
He'll follow up his heal with saying, we're just here to talk.
All right. Well, be careful, I guess. We don't trust you.
And we trust you with our whole beings. Isn't that right, Eirran?
Eirran is going to nod emphatically. He knows that Lish doesn't mean that, but he means it.
Lish doesn't lie.
Very well. Let's head back to our camp then for now, and we'll see what we can arrange.
Eirran will nod at him. He's been doing a lot of that, actually. And he's going to say, I hate to trouble you more, but may I have just one moment with them before we do?
All persuasion check.
God damn it. You know what? I'm just going to use a different one. Great. That is a 6.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
He'll nod, and then he will scream back at, and then he will scream back at everyone. Remember that we are friends here.
Let's go. And with that, Kier starts to lead the way to the northwest, and that's where we'll call session.
Okay.
All right.
This is going to be interesting. At least I think the party might be feeling a little bit better after Lish sort of explained his deal and Hawk apologized. Maybe I said a little bit. We still
You
got.
make bold assumptions there.
Listen. Hawk at least is feeling better about Lish. Demir's
That's
probably
good.
still in a bunch of deep shit, especially after shattering a shrine. Then there's Eirran's whole situation that we haven't figured out, and now we've got to deal with prickly tribe members. But at least we're probably feeling a bit better about Lish.
I'm
I'm so glad that Lish wasn't even the one up for dispute, and he
No,
still-
I know, but like he finally told us what his deal was. So
He
maybe
wasn't hiding it. You guys just never asked.
listen, fair.
We're all very polite here, as you can obviously tell.
You all gotta imbibe a little bit of the Lish like energy and just Levy's got it. Levy's going hard on the Lish energy to get
Fair.
those
Let's just like I don't know. I'd like to think that progress was made.
I mean, if Hawk and Eirran are kind of warming to him, then I'd say progress has been made because they're the
Eirran's
only
warming
ones with
towards
any
him.
real issue with Lish.
Fair.
Eirran using his sword and my axe and my bow.
Exactly.
And my bow.
And Levy's like, and my me.
And my me.
You have my ex and my bow
mental trauma
and my bow
my brain.
and me, I guess.
And my Levy.
Just a whole lady. Well, another one.
Goodness, and I love you.
An axe, 2 bows, and a woman.
Well, yeah,
A tiny woman full of rage. Contempt.
yeah, I don't think we didn't notice you're quiet during that scene there, Demir.
Okay. Right.
What?
I do have to go help out
Hmm.
with stuff though. So
Yeah,
awesome
yeah,
session,
that's fine.
guys.
Yes.
Oh,
you.
yes,
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
amazing.
What a good fight, honestly.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing,
Yes.
guys.
Thank you all for not letting me die.
Right now saves the day again. He is the true hero of this campaign.
Don't thank me. Levy almost crushed Eirran like a soda can. So
Yes. Good.
Crushed tightly like the soda can.
I was planning on polymorphing the worm for a little bit. I was just like, if it crushes Eirran, then
See, I had the thought of Demir has she has her little teleporty ability, and I was
Demir?
like,
Demir,
if
no.
if Demir got swallowed, would she be able to grab Eirran and teleport out?
Oh my
'Cause
god.
she gets an additional, like she has like her regular teleporty thing, and she gets like an additional teleporty thing that gets her 60 feet away whenever she takes damage. So
Thanks for playing, guys.
Yes. Thank you.
yeah,
This was
thank
great.
you.
Thank you for DMing.
As always.
Thank you for putting that in.
Seriously,
Yeah.
it's a good fight.
And
Oh my
oh boy.
I'm so
interested
excited
to
for
see
next week.
and down.
Oh,
See you guys next time.
See it.
bye.
Bye, guys.